All right, today we're going to talk about how to pack aromatic blends into a pipe, even what pipe to choose for aromatic blends. This is all personal preference, but this is what has worked really well for me. And when I give these tips to other people, they actually really enjoy their experience. They experience less tongue bite. They get more of the flavor that doesn't otherwise appear in the blend. So we're going to have some coffee house blend here, very good, solid aromatic. It's a little bit moist like most aromatics, so I think it'd be a good test to show you exactly how to do it. As far as choosing a pipe, I personally really enjoy cob pipes for aromatics. There's just something about them that brings out a little bit more flavor, and they're a little bit easier to pack because of the non-conical shape. When you have a conical shape, it is much better for drier blends because it just the way that stuff compacts down in the bottom. Aromatics can get a little bit stuffed up and you don't get the right amount of pack for the amount of air that you have to take in. So without further ado, let's get into it.
All right, so obviously what you'll need is your pipe and you'll want your blend. Now, the first thing that you'll definitely want to have done is have your pipe clean. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you when it comes to aromatics is just make sure it's clean, because when you smoke an aromatic, you really want all of the flavors to come out. And if you still got remnants of past smokes in there, and all that's entailed in that, you're not going to get the full experience. So do yourself a favor, clean the pipe, make it part of your ritual. Every time you're done smoking a pipe, just clean it out. You don't have to wait that long before you take the stem off. And people will tell you need to wait, a few hours. That's just not true. You can take it apart. But yeah, keep it clean. And then if it's a cob pipe, go ahead and scrub the inside. You don't really want that cake to build up, because there's the way they breathe is a little bit different than a normal pipe. So, but yeah, let's just get into this. This is a very, very simple way to pack your pipe. If you've got a flake like this that's a little bit clumped up, go ahead and just, as you're putting it in the pipe, you can just kind of crumple it up and kind of get it in there. Like that. And using this method, you don't really have to let it dry. This is actually a pretty moist blend, even though it's a flake. And we're gonna put that in there. We'll leave those remnants in there. And we'll get a little bit more, just rub it out. Now, the method I'm teaching you in this video is not super common. A lot of people will have you do the 3-step, and that's not what we're going to do here. We're not putting a lot of pressure in here. We're going to do it once, and I'll teach you a little trick at the end that I learned that is just absolutely fantastic. But the reason we're not putting a lot of pressure in here is we want the air to freely move. We want this to be a nice, easy smoke and not have to put a lot of pressure on it. When you put a lot of pressure and you actually do get the ember going pretty hard, that's when you get tongue bite. It's burning, right? It's not necessarily the content of the aromatic blend that's burning your tongue, although that can happen. It is getting the blend too hot. So I am really just putting a little bit of pressure here. Then you want to give it a little suck. Make sure it's not just absolutely loose, but just a little bit loose. And see, I'm just getting it a little bit below the surface there. I'm not packing it in super tight. Then we're going to get a little bit of extra. Rub it out there. And what you can do is you can get a little bit of a drier blend. I like to do this where I'll get a dry blend that doesn't have a very high flavor profile, and I'll top this with the really dry blend. That way it starts easier. But we're just going to get this stuff really small. And we're going to put it on the top here. Make sure there's no big, long, chunky ones in there. What we're going to do is we're going to get it all inside. We're going to take our thumb, go like this, and twist it. Just with a little bit of pressure. That just locks all of those in. And so the key to not getting tongue bite, which is the main reason people look up these videos on packing an aromatic, the main thing that you're going to get tongue bite from is relighting over and over and over again. Aromatics, when they're packed tight, are really hard to keep lit. When they're packed loose, they're easy to keep lit. And that is the key right there, is not having to relight. When you suck in, when you've got a lighter, you're literally sucking in that open flame, in my opinion. So that's why this method really works, is not just jamming stuff in there. It doesn't smoke as long as some people like, so you might have to do two bowls. I've done 2 bowls in one pipe multiple times. I've done it almost the entire time, and I've never had an issue with my pipes burning out or anything like that. So definitely perfectly fine to do. And there is a perfectly packed aromatic blend, and I highly recommend just trying it out, seeing how you like it. Keep your cadence at a really good rate, and you should like that a lot. Definitely let me know how it goes for you in the comments below, and I will talk to you later.
Nothing like an aromatic blend. If you want some tips on lighting and second light and how to keep a good cadence and everything when smoking an aromatic blend, if there's not a video already linked below, definitely keep an eye out for it, because it will be coming very soon. Also wanted to tell you about a private online pipe club, Genuine Pipe Club. We hop on video calls weekly, we trade blends safely. It's a really nice change from all the Facebook pipe groups out there, which are loud. There's hundreds of posts all the time. Your posts get buried. There's no real community, and we've got just really good brotherhood in the club. So it's actually free to check out. You can absolutely get in, no payment method required. Check it out for 2 weeks, hop on some pipe calls, just see what it's like, and it's linked below. It's fantastic. Would love to see you in there. I also give away free pipes that I make myself that are exclusive to club members. So I don't offer my pipes anywhere else except for in the club. And I would love to see you on there. Definitely comment below if you have any questions on it, and check it out. Have a good day. Bye. What are you still doing here? Go check it out. It's down below.